Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. This is your coach here at Coach's Call on Tap. This is NCAA football pick'em week 3 with my boy Puff in Penn. I got Russell over there in the Baylor area, and I got my guy Tristan. Donnie will join us or won't, I'm not sure. But welcome aboard, everybody. Happy Thursday. Let's get it going because we got a lot of games going on. We've got some college games tonight. We've got a big pro game. I don't know why everybody's betting on it, but everybody is. They're excited about it. So let's just go ahead and start. We picked 4 games. It's a really short slate this week. There's not a lot going on as far as big names, big teams, movement like that. With that being said, I've got about 13 leans I'm looking at right now. But there's not a whole lot, but there is 4 that we picked out that we want to talk about just because I think these are going to be some of the most bet games of the week. And we'll just start with number 9, Tennessee. They are -6, over and under 58. They're at Florida. It's a night game in the Swamp. Tennessee -6. Puff, let's start with you. What do you think is going to happen there at the Swamp? Tennessee or Florida, bud?
Florida at home. I love Florida in this game. Not big on Tennessee. I know our Discord is full of Tennessee guys. Shout out to Coach Call on Discord. Make sure I hop in. It's a good time. But I'd like Florida in this game. I think Florida wins outright at home. They're gonna be. They gotta at least show some type of heart this year.
I like it, Puff. I like it. Russ, what do you think? Tennessee -6, or you got Florida at home?
Oh, I just met Puff, but I'm gonna disagree with him right off the bat. I don't like Florida at all this year. They didn't show me shit. I know it's in the Swamp. I know it's at night, but I'm taking Tennessee.
There we go. Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
So I'm thinking, I know how hard it is to play at certain stadiums at nighttime in college football. It's kind of like playing at Arrowhead at night. It's hard to play there. So it makes me want to take the dog to cover. But you know what? I'm going to take Florida to cover. I think we might get like a backdoor cover or something.
I hear you. Well, here's the thing. Milton, he's a good quarterback, and he can sling it 100 yards, no doubt. But he's having trouble throwing the ball. There's a difference between slinging it and throwing it. And he's having a hard time with that. I think Josh Heupel's gonna shorten this offensive playbook to where he doesn't make too many mistakes at Florida, because it's tough to play in another SEC arena, especially there at the Swamp at night. Those guys are pissed. It's a great fan base. Florida still has a really good front seven. They held Utah to about 250 yards rushing. They did a really good job against them. I think that Tennessee's going to have to mix in the run more than they want to. Florida, all they're going to do is run the ball. They can't throw that. That's just the way it is. So I think with what Heupel's going to do, with his offense, Florida can only run the ball. I think it's going to be quite a snooze fest. I think 58.5 is too much. And it being under, I think it's going to be under 58. I like Florida plus the points at home. I think it's going to be a really good SEC bloodbath. I posted it on the Discord. I got an over and under 3 fights during the game. I've got an over and under 2 kids getting thrown out during the game, ejected during the game. It's just going to be an SEC bloodbath. These 2 teams hate each other. If you don't know anything about the SEC, Florida and Tennessee really don't get along. So I like Florida plus the points. I'm not going to bet it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. But give me Florida in the Swamp plus 6.
I was about to say, I'll probably look forward to watching that game then.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game to watch, I think. Donnie, you with us?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what do you think, dude? Tennessee -6 at Florida. What are your thoughts there?
I think Tennessee takes this game pretty easily. I heard your take. I think you're just wrong. I think this is a high-scoring game. Tennessee is not built for low-scoring games. They came out flat against Austin Peay. There was no excuse for it. They were probably overlooking Austin Peay, looking forward to Florida. Florida isn't that amazing. I know they played well last week, but they looked awful the first week. I think this is probably a 60 to 70 point game easily, and it probably ends something like 40-something to 20-something.
If it's a 60 or 70 point game, Tennessee better score all of them because Florida can't find the end zone. And I don't think Tennessee's the number 9 team in the nation, but anyway. But that's a good take. So Donnie's got Tennessee running away with it. Hangover. I mean, this next game I think is going to be hangover, not a letdown. But we got Wyoming plus 29. The over and under is 49. Wyoming plus 29 at number 11, Texas. Texas just got done winning probably the biggest game they've won since 06 by beating Alabama at home. Now Wyoming travels to Texas. Texas is giving them 29. Let's start with you, Russell. What do you think? Wyoming plus 29, or you like Texas covering?
I like Wyoming in this one. Like you said, it's a letdown game. Texas reading their own press clippings. They're chirping. Like you said, it's one of the biggest games that they've had since 06. I mean, I definitely wouldn't consider them when they would beat A&M for that to be a big win. But yeah, so I'm taking Wyoming.
Gotcha. Tristan, what do you think? That's a jab right there. I got it. Tristan, what do you think?
Something that I've picked up on in college football is like you get teams that they always seem to do well and then let off the gas. Well, watching the Texas game last week, it seemed like they were getting ready to let off the gas and let Alabama take it, and then they didn't. I mean, it's a different Texas team this year, so I'm gonna have that beating the dicks off Wyoming.
Oh, so you like the minus 29?
Yeah.
Nice. Donnie, what do you think about that game?
I like Texas as well. I think Wyoming has got a shot to close it within, the spread in the last quarter, but I think it probably ends up a 32 to 35 point game.
I got you. And Donnie, we're really, really opposite this season. I don't know what's going on here, but so I went back and watched Wyoming beat Texas Tech. And I know Texas Tech isn't very good, but I like what the offensive coordinator does. I like the way they run their offense. They're really balanced. The quarterback, he's a good quarterback. They run and pass. They do the right things. They don't hurt themselves. This is a pretty good ball club. Texas, I've got them at number 1. Now, I am drinking the juice. I've got them number 1. I got Florida State number 2. Texas is the real deal. The problem is, it's not a letdown spot, but I think it's a hangover spot. 29 is a lot of points. If I were going to bet the side, I'd bet Wyoming plus 29. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I am going to bet the over 49. I think Texas can put up, they're going to put up their 30 or 40, but I think Wyoming can score 3 touchdowns. I really do, especially late in the game. I don't know that Sark has that dog in him to keep all them boys in there once they're up, 35 and just keep pounding it like most guys do. So I like Wyoming to score 21 points and then, let Texas beat the crap out of them. I don't like the spread at all, but I do like the over 49 on that one. Gun to head, give me Wyoming 29. And then LSU, this one's interesting, Donnie. I'm going to go to you first on this because we're going back to the SEC. These guys. I know these guys. Mississippi State's running the ball really, really well. They're forcing the rush. They're forcing that issue. They're putting it on the O-line. I love what that coach is doing over there. LSU is not a bad ball club. They got the brakes beat off of them by a great Florida State team. They're still number 14 in the nation. They're going to Mississippi State. LSU -9, over and under 54.5. What do you think, Donnie?
I think it's going to be a really good game. If the spread was say 7.5, I would probably be on Mississippi State. Yeah. But 4.5 is just. I think they can get them by 6. I really think it's a 6-7 point game. It's going to be close, but I'll do like LSU to take this. I don't know about the over. Mississippi State's going to play very good defense. That's true Southeast football defense. They're going to smack you, but I think it's a 6-7 point game. I think it's really close.
I got you, Russell. What do you think about that? LSU -9 at Mississippi State.
Where?
It's
I got confused. It wasn't 4. So I also think this is going to be a really good ball game. LSU, I think, is better than what Florida State's going to make a lot of people look bad this year. But it is in Mississippi State. I would take Mississippi State, and I would take the under because there's going to be a lot of running the ball in this game.
I like what you're thinking there. Tristan, talk to me.
So this is one of those games, not knowing so much about college football, I don't know who to take here, but I'm probably going to take the ranked team to cover. So give me LSU.
I got you. To me, this is another one of those SEC bloodbaths. It's going to be like the Tennessee-Florida game. I think it's going to be – there's going to be some hitting. The fans are going to be going crazy. I think it's just one of those good SEC games that we love to watch as SEC fans. I think you're right, Russell. I don't think it hits the 54.5. If it does, it's going to be a back and forth, but I don't see it. I see, LSU might have maybe 5 possessions, maybe 5 or 6 possessions. If Mississippi State can run the ball, LSU has maybe 5 or 6 possessions in this game. I like the under. You know what? And I'm going to take the dog at home here. It's almost a double digit number, and the rule of thumb is in conference play in the SEC. If you can get a home dog at +10, take the home dog. So give me Mississippi State plus the 9 when LSU visits. And then the last one, again, these guys just got done making $18 million in one game. They're the talk of the town. They're the toast of the town. Everybody's falling in love with them, and still coaches continue to talk smack to Neon Deion. I don't know when they're going to learn to shut the hell up and just let the sleeping dog lie. But they're continuing to do that. You got Colorado State coming into Boulder, ESPN Game Day, all that stuff. It's going to be there. Everything's happening. Colorado State plus 23. The total is 60 and a half at Colorado. I'm going to take it to Tristan because I know he's drinking the juice. Tristan, what do you think about that game?
I'm drinking the hell out of that juice. And, so there for a minute, I almost want to take Colorado State had nothing gotten said. But then
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
But then you want to run your mouth to a team that honestly they're listening. And like it seems like whenever something specific gets said about Deion, the players,
it's personal.
Yeah, like Shador and Travis Hunter and them, it's like they take it to another level. Like, now we're gonna beat the shit out of you. So give me Colorado by fucking 35. I think they beat the shit out of Colorado State.
All right, Donnie, what do you think, Don?
Well, I think last week we saw the chaos or the youngness of Colorado. They came out, they looked a little flat early. They didn't have that go for the throat mentality, but by the second half they had turned it on and turned it around. I think that's just, as we talked about earlier, I mean, they are a bunch of people that are thrown together, but they are so emotional. They feed on emotion. It's like that Notre Dame with Lou Holtz. You say something bad about them, and they just hype themselves up. And that Colorado State coach just opened a fucking can of worms. So, yeah, I'm taking Colorado. I'm also taking the over. I think that was a bad play. That it's not going to end well for him.
I got you. Russell, talk to me. What do you think?
Well, I wish I'd gone first because I was going to say exactly what Tristan said. I was leaning because Donnie is right. They are young. They are thrown together. I was leaning Colorado State, in-state rival. And then this idiot goes and says something about Deion, and he's made it obvious. Hey, we hear what you guys are saying, and those players respond to him. He's motivational. They'll take a bullet for this guy. You pissed them off. They're at home. Colorado all day long. Take the over. Colorado might do the over by themselves at this point. So that was so stupid. Why would you want to poke the bear?
Yeah. I tell you what, I didn't like, I'm like Tristan. I didn't like this total until they spoke. And now I really like the total. I love the over a lot more than the total. But I tell you what, guys, here's what I really want. And I know it's been said over and over, and everybody here, Colorado has Oregon next week. Oregon's already -14. Okay. They've already got Oregon at -14. If Colorado can lay a spanking and score 60 or 70 points here, I'm hoping that Oregon line drops to 6.5 or something like that. And we can catch Oregon with a good number at a good price, at good value, because I'd love it. I'd love to bet Oregon next week in single digits. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're hoping that kind of stuff happens, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, give me the over. Give me Colorado. Ride the train, man. Why stop riding that train? Let's just keep riding the Colorado train until it derails, if it derails. Those are the top 4 plays I've got. Like I said, that we got. It's a short week. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on other than the 13 leans that I have. But let's go ahead and take it to Tristan. Tristan, what's your best bet or a couple best bets you have for the listeners this weekend?
All right, so I'm gonna give you one for tonight, but it's already started. But if it gets uploaded in time, you still might be able to catch it at like plus money. I got Bethune-Cookman scoring over 4 points against Miami. Team total
over 4.
And then honestly,
Miami just scored, by the way.
I know. And I got it on. So and then I'm probably honestly Colorado minus 23 is probably going to be a layup.
A layup? I got you. Russell, what do you got, buddy?
The one thing that jumped out of the screen to me today when I was looking when you had asked me was, first of all, I agree with what you said earlier, Coach. Florida State is the number 2 team in the country. They're a good team, but they're going to Boston College. It's a conference game. Those guys, they're just one of those teams that they always seem to show up and play hard. I think Boston College, 29 points is a lot in a conference game going on the road against a team that always plays tough. I like their coach there. So I think Boston College may cover here.
Here's a thing about your Boston College game also, Russell, and you'll like this. They got that hurricane brewing over there. They're supposed to have 30 to 40 mile an hour winds at that game this weekend.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be raining sideways, blowing sideways. That helps you. I'm on the other side. I think Florida State still beats the shit out of them, but that's a good look. Donnie, are you still with us? What do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm still here. I really like the Tennessee game, but I think the bet of the week is first half on Alabama. Alabama's got stung last weekend, and you can bet Nick Saban is going to take out some vengeance on that poor team. So I like Alabama first half, and then I do like Tennessee.
I like it. I like that Alabama. You know, I like that Alabama play so much, Don, but I don't have my book's not giving it to me. Because they know exactly what me and you were talking about. I'm going to go down the list real quick, guys. If you have something to say about one of these, please let me know. Chime in. Of course, I like the Miami team total going in here to 54.5. That already started though, but I'll start with Maryland. I like Maryland minus 15 against Virginia. Virginia's just struggling. Those poor guys are struggling last week. This week, it's just JMU, did a number on them. Maryland's not very good, but I think they're 15 points better. I like them. I'm leaning Maryland on that one. Like I told Russ, I'm leaning Florida State. It's a lot of points. I might just take their team total on that. I'm one of my guys on the Discord loves Illinois this week. I like Penn State to roll. I think Penn State has something to prove, and I don't think Illinois. We saw Illinois. Illinois is not that team. I like Penn State in the points. I think K-State rolls Missouri. It's a short line, bud. It's like a 2-point game in Missouri. I just think K-State rolls them. I'm with you on the Bama first half, Donnie. I want to check the weather on this once we get closer to game time, but I was looking at North Carolina and Minnesota. Okay, I think if everything goes right, the weather's good and everything, there's no defense on either side. The total's only 51. I kind of like the over on that one. Maybe North Carolina does that on his own. I'm not sure. My game of the week is this one. I think I took it on Tuesday already. Western Michigan is at Iowa. Western Michigan's catching 29.5 points. That's when I caught them on Tuesday. Western Michigan's catching 29 points. In the past 5 years, Iowa's scored over 28 points only once. They won that game, 33-10, but they still didn't cover the 28 points that they were favored. So they haven't covered anything over 25 points yet. I don't know that Iowa can score 28 points. Western Michigan's not very good. I'm just going by history. I don't think they can score, even if they do score 35 points. Western Michigan scores, they score one touchdown, they cover. I really like Western Michigan at Iowa. The other game I really like is Western Kentucky at Ohio State. there's not going to be any defense on either side. You've seen that. Western Kentucky can sling it. They got a good quarterback. I think he threw for close to 600 yards last week. Ohio State just isn't that team this year, or they haven't proven to be. The total's at 63 and a half. I like that to fly over. I like my Aggies at minus 36 and a half. They're playing Louisiana Monroe. I went back and watched that game sober. Dude, we're not that bad. We made some mistakes, and Miami capitalized. We looked confused, but our offensive line took it personal. There's a lot of talk going on right now. Our O-line took it personal. The defense took it personal. I don't know that Monroe's going to score a single point in this game. It's just one of those feelings that once you get your ass beat on national TV when you're not supposed to. I like my Aggies at minus 36 and a half. This might be the first time I bet them in 5 years. And then one to look at, and I want you guys to take a look at it further. You got Troy minus 2.5 versus James Madison. All right. I think this is a letdown spot for James Madison after beating Virginia last week. K-State absolutely throttled Troy last weekend. I mean, absolutely throttled them. So now Troy is a 2.5 point favorite to James Madison. Somebody knows something that we don't. I like Troy to roll James Mad here in a sleeper. And then why not take Kansas minus 28 against Nevada? Nevada is one of the top 3 worst teams in the nation. I mean, it's a really bad football team. Kansas isn't that bad. You know, it's a night game. They'll have plenty of time. I like Kansas minus 28 Nevada. I'm going to shore these up. I'm not going to have 13 plays, obviously, but these are just leans in a week that you don't think you see anything. If you look close enough, you can find something. And I've been scratching and clawing for about 3 days now, trying to find some leans.
These are the weeks where you can really make some money.
Yeah, I mean, you can not catch the book sleeping, but maybe slipping a little bit, or you can find something like the Troy minus 2.5, something like that. I don't know. I'm leaning App State also, just because of last week. But those are just some of my top leans. I already bet Western Michigan though, and I'm falling more and more in love with Western Kentucky, Ohio State over 63.5. Guys, y'all got anything else for the listeners here for this week?
I don't.
Donnie?
No, sir.
We're good. Russell, we're good. Guys, this is your coach here with Donnie and Tristan and Russell. This is Coach's Call on Tap. Make sure you comment, you like, you share, you follow. Go to Coach's Call 0 on TikTok, please. Hey, hit the link in the bio. It'll lead you here, but it'll lead you to our Discord. You need to go to the Discord. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. Baseball is rolling hot right now. We've got a lot of baseball betting going on. We got the NFL tonight. We've got college games going on right now. We bet live, we bet halves, we bet quarters, we bet props. We're gonna be betting all night long. You guys go over there and you can just all weekend. But let us know what you think. Comment below, please. You guys, I see you liking stuff. Please subscribe. Follow the movement. Make this roll. Make this motherfucker go. We want it to go. We want to give you the best we can. We give you the best we can. Give us the best we can. Good, bad, indifferent. Let us know. But this is your coach. This is week 3 NCAA college football pick'em. Coach's Call on Tap. Good luck to everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Peace out.
Good night.